It's a brand new year and new things are popping. Welcome to Geleza Nathi. This time we are coming back to you bigger and better with more education and even more entertainment. Geleza Nathi returns to your screens as a fully fledged game show this season, crammed with quiz rounds, team challenges and all-round mayhem as each week 2 teams known as our G Squads battle it out to see who will emerge victorious. Each day, team members will take turns joining us in studio where they will compete head-to-head while the rest of their G Squads hit the ground with our goal fu to battle it out in our daily challenge game. All the scores from the week will then be added together and the G Squad with the most points will move forward into the next round and stand a chance to win some fantastic prizes and ultimately be crowned the 2020 G Squad champions. Get ready for a game show like no other. Put your thinking caps on and hold on to the edge of your seat because this is Geleza Nathi.
So Geleza Nathi. You can do it alright, that's right. Future is bright, alright. You can do it alright, that's right. Yeah, future's bright. Hey, 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 hey. So Geleza Nathi. Geleza Nathi.
Oh, good morning, Sanibonani Dumelang. Thank you so much for choosing to kickstart your week with Geleza Nathi right here on SABC1 Mzansi for sure. Igama Usia and I am your host. Now, Geleza Nathi Gabafetu is on your screens njalo komsomluko kya kulehlanu magama nxa ihora lehlanu kya kuihora lesithupha. And also, one thing that we're really big on is social media. Bafetu sifuna ukwazi wena ucabangani and which G Squad are you rooting for this week? On Facebook, we're simply Geleza Nathi. On Twitter, GN_SABC1, and of course on the Instagram streets we're simply Geleza Nathi_SABC1, and the hashtags to use are simply #GNClan and #Class of 2020. Now I'm super excited because it's a brand new week and that can only mean one thing and one thing only. We've got 2 brand new G Squads. I wonder who they are. Let's go find out. I am Mzansi Seniyazibonela Nani. This week we've got the G Squad Blue Bulls up against the Red Devils. Ngabiyo zala nkomo. Nina bafethu nikhumbulo lama G Squads have to work kakhulu futhi kakhulu ngokuyikhandla throughout the week to make sure ukuthi ba-add ama scores onto their scoreboard so that at the end of the week bese sibona which G Squad has the most points and therefore moves on to the second round and futhi bafethu bakwazi ukuyiwilela some awesome prizes and therefore become the G Squad 2020 champions. Now, siphethe qala ke bafethu the G Squad Blue Bulls. Yes, siswami unjani ubani igama lakho ubuya kephi?
Usamgelisiwe Vumba ngibuya eRosebank College. Yebo. Namhlanje ngizela ukuthi nje ngizobeka i-team yami phambili.
Uzoyibeka phambili.
Phambili nje ngama point. Ama Red Devils awaboni lutho namhlanje.
Awaboni lutho.
Next.
Yo, bathi aniboni lutho siswami ngifuna ukwazi uba igama lakho ubuya kephi and namhlanje what's your game plan?
Igama lami uSamgelo, ngibuya eRosebank nami.
Yeah.
I'm here to put my team phambili. So njoba
you know there's only one room for iphambili. No itungeni ngikwazi ukuba phambili. So how are you going to do this?
I'll try to be quick and efficient and ngenza ama-answer wami abe correct, like think quickly.
And maths is what we're doing today, guys. So I hope that you guys really do have this, right?
Yes.
All right, cool stuff. Okay, manje Mzansi, I do believe ukuthi uFu is up there in the roof somewhere with our G Squads. I guess babona bona basiphatheleni.
Aw qonqonqo. Aw qonqonqo. Aw sanibonani. Injani maths? Injani maths? It is a beautiful Monday morning and lokho kusho ukuthi sibuyile la e-challenges film with ama-teams awu-2 a-spectacular, a-vivacious, a-ready futhi a-right and a-relevant. Ngiphethe ngala i-G Squad Red Devils. And bona bazobe bebhedlishana ne-G Squad i-Blue Bulls. Sizobe sibona ukuthi namhlanje ubani ozobe umanqoba kwi-game or i-challenge ezobe siyenza. Kodwa asikakadlali manje i-challenge. Nina lapha Mbuye. For now, it's back to you in studio.
Oh, there you have it, Bafethu. Now, my G squads look really ready and they've got their game face on. But just uthini Bafethu, okamanje ake sabe ngithi ku-odwa she who knows it all. Uzosithatha asibeke ngama-lessons esobe sinawo on the show today. Let's have a listen.
Good morning, it's a Maths Monday and welcome to the GN Information Room. Igama lami ngu-Odwa, the girl that knows everything that you need to know. Today we're talking all things arithmetic sequences, so you make sure that you stay tuned. Also, because I love you guys, I decided to put together some terminologies that you need for this section of your mathematics. Check this out.
Do you want to know what a sequence is? Well, I have some information about the vocabulary you should understand when working with sequences. Sequence. Sequences are sets of numbers that follow a pattern or rule. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 is a sequence. In this sequence, the rule or pattern is to add 5 each time. If the rule is to add or subtract a number each time, it is called an arithmetic sequence. If the rule is to multiply or divide by a number each time, it is called a geometric sequence. Term. Each number in a sequence is called a term. 5 is the first term in this sequence. 10 is the second term in this sequence, and so on. Consecutive. Consecutive terms follow each other one after another or successively in a sequence. 5 and 10 are consecutive terms. 10 and 15 are consecutive terms. Common difference. The common difference is the amount between each number in an arithmetic sequence. The common difference in this sequence is 5. The common difference in this sequence is -3. Constant ratio. In a geometric sequence, there is a constant ratio between consecutive terms of the sequence. The constant ratio in this sequence is 5. In this geometric sequence, the constant ratio is defined as R is equal to 5. You need to add today's new terms to your personal maths dictionary. Knowing precisely what terms mean will help you do the maths much better. More next time.
I hope that you guys got all of that, but if you didn't, remember Mr. P is in the building later on to give us our 2 lessons. Make sure that you come through and learn with us. What about now though, masiyobheka ukuthi bayenzani laphaya with the GN headquarters. See you later.
Oh, thank you so much to ODY Flames. Now, namhlanje bafethu, we're all about maths and we're focusing specifically kuma sequences and series. Now, ngiyabona senimile bafethu, does that mean that you guys are ready for the first challenge?
Yes.
Cool stuff. Now, our first challenge bafethu ibizwa ngematch amafoko. In front of you, nizobona the Geleza Nathi tablets, na? And khona lapho khona amagama angwafihile. And all you have to do is find as many of these hidden words as possible in just 60 seconds. You guys think you can do that?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, cool, bafethu. Nikhumbula ukuthi you have 60 seconds to do that, so please nenza sure ukuthi niyazipesa, ne? All right, bafethu. You can grab your tablets because your time starts now. Nazo-ke bafethu 60 seconds wena usuqalile and nikhumbula amagama eniwafunayo lapho nifuna u-sequence, u-ratio, term, arithmetic and geometric. Now, do you remember bafethu? Nawe-ke lapho ungasazisa ukuthi ucabanga ukuthi iliphi leli gama. Noma imaphi lamagama nikhumbula bafethu, this is the first time baqala ukudlala umdlalo wanamhlanje and ngizobe ngiqala uku-add ama-score points onto i-scoreboard senu. Now bafethu ngiyabona ukuthi okay, both G squads actually have one word. Okay, cool. Asambeni bafethu nikhumbula ukuthi we are racing against isikhathi and you want to make sure ukuthi your team is always in the lead bafethu. You guys nikhumbula bafethu ukuthi ningadlala nathi nakhona kuyinkundla zokuxhumana on the socials and Uchi Squad Red Devils bona ke they're sitting on 2 words and of course Uchi Squad Blue Bulls nabo sebetholele amagama amabili ngathi kuyahanjwa bafethu nikhumbula ukuthi you guys are racing against time and in 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1 and your time is up. Tablets down. Thank you so much. All right, Kulio, G Squad Blue Bulls, how do you think you did in this first round?
I did good because I managed to get all 4 weights.
All 4, thina sifuna 5, usigaya 4 kuphela.
But ngizamile.
Yebo. Okay, Red Devils wena uzizwa kanjani khona manje?
I feel good and I did well
Yeah?
because I managed to get 4.
Okay. All right, cool, Bafethu. Let's actually reveal those hidden words. And these are the hidden words, Bafethu. And G Squad, Blue Bulls, and Red Devils, they actually both managed to get 4 words each. And therefore, you guys are currently on a tie right now. So we're sitting at 4 per team right now. So it's not a bad start, right?
Yeah, it's not.
It's not. Mara sakubeka phambili angithi.
Yebo.
Cool stuff. The competition carries on, Bafethu. Okwamanje sisaphuthuma saye etolo. Kodwa mase sibuya, the action continues right here on Geleza Nathi. Ungayindawo.
Geleza Nathi. Geleza Nathi.
And we're back, Mzansi. You're still watching Geleza Nathi right here on SABC 1 Mzansi for sure. If you've just joined us, your first challenge to your qala. And Lapoke Bafethu, we saw both G squads actually being off to a good start. And G Squad Blue Bulls is currently sitting on 4 points. And G Squad Red Devils, they're also sitting on 4 points. So it's a tie right about now. Okamanje Mzansi, which team are you rooting for? Hit us up on the socials, just like Utepo did on our social media page right about now. Nangu Tepo Tsoye Naga Uti, thank you, Geleza Nathi. You are really putting a twist on education, and I love this so much. Keep inspiring us. We love you. Thank you so much for that beautiful comment. Keep them coming in on the socials. Okamanje Team Blue Bulls, ngizonikeza i-chance yokuthi nibuze umbuzo to our teacher khona nizokwazi ukuthi nithola ama-point, ne? Shoot.
Please explain the different formulas used with sequences in metric.
A beautiful Monday morning. Please welcome and good morning. Today we're looking at arithmetic sequence and geometric sequence. Arithmetic sequence is also known as arithmetic progression, as well as geometric sequence is also known as geometric progression. So we're going to have a look at these 2 sequences and how we go about applying them. If I may remind you, arithmetic progression is the characteristics of arithmetic progression. It has a common difference, okay? That means we find the value of T2 minus T1, T3 minus T1 in the given sequence, and it should be the same. As well, it is linear in its nature, and when you put that in a graphical form, it will form a straight line. It is linear in nature. That is arithmetic progression. Now, talking about geometric progression or geometric sequence, this one, its characteristics, it has what we call a common ratio. How do we find the common ratio? By saying T2 divide now by T1, T3 divide now by T2, and we get the common ratio, all right? And this one, in its nature, it is exponential. Talking about the graph, if you plot it or represent it in graphical form, it will be an exponential type of a graph. So that's the difference between arithmetic progression and geometric progression, or arithmetic sequence and geometric sequence. Now let's have a look at the question that they sent us this morning. Please explain the difference formulas used with sequence in metric. Please explain the different formulas used with sequences in metric. So now, nice question indeed. Now let's have a look now. Talking about arithmetic sequence, there you have it. You have a sequence 2, 5, 8, and 11. So now the first term of the sequence there, which is the value of A in the formula, which we'll discuss after shortly, the value of A will be 2. That will be the first term. All right, and now we have what we call the constant difference. The constant difference, how do we get it? In the sequence, we say term 2, for example, minus term 1, term 3 minus term 2. So 5 minus 2, there you have it, is 3. Is the difference between the numbers that are given in a sequence, in arithmetic sequence. That is the common difference there. All right, so now we have here 2, 5, 8, 11, 14. We can add on now. The next one here, what is it from 11 to there? We add 3 now, and from there to there we add 3, and so forth. Okay, so this now will be our T1, term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4, and going on like that. Like I said, how do we find the common difference? There you have it, T2 minus T1 or T3 minus T2. So that will give us the common difference. In this regard, our common difference is 3. Okay, now there is the formula that we use. Tn is equals to a plus n in a minus 1d. So Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 in brackets d, whereby now remember this d, you multiply whatever that is inside the brackets by that d. Okay, where a, as we know now, is the first term, okay, of the given sequence, and d, as we know now, is the constant difference or common difference, and Tn right here represent the value of the nth term. So Tn represent the value of the nth term. Okay, now let's have a look at the example. Okay, we have a sequence 2, 6, 10, 14 and 18. So now the question says now determine the 5th term and the 100th term of this particular sequence. Okay, the 5th term, here we can already see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, at term 5 there, okay, it's 18. But now we need to use the formula thereof and show the calculations how to go about that. So writing down the formula, of course, Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1d. All right, substitute accordingly, where a now is 2, as you can see there, the first term in the given sequence. The difference between the numbers that are given in the sequence, t2 minus t1, that will give us 4, which is the common difference. Substitute therefore into the formula. The value of a is 2, the value of d is 4. We're looking for term number 5, therefore n here will be 5. So that term number 5, its value will be what? 18. And it's easy to tell in this case because on the given sequence you can already see that that value is 18. Okay, so please just be careful here. T5, term number 5 is equals to 18. Okay, now we're going to be looking at term number what? 100. We do the same thing, right, as substituting into the formula the value of the first term and the common difference. Put that in your calculator. Term number 100 in that particular sequence, it will be 398. Wonderful. Okay, now we're looking at geometric sequence. Okay, remember geometric sequence has a common ratio and it is exponential in nature. Representing it in a graphical form, we will have an exponential type of a graph. Now looking at the sequence here that we are given 2, 6, 18, 54. To find the common ratio, there we say T2 divided by T1 and then T3 divided by T2, and you can see that our common ratio is the same, which is the value of r. This is the formula for geometric sequence. So there you have it. Tn is equals to a times r to the power of n minus 1, where remember a is the value of the first term in the given sequence. In this case, not a constant difference, okay, or common difference. Here is the common ratio, all right, the value of or constant ratio, the value of r there, and then remember where n, like we have discussed, n is the number of terms, and then Tn represent the value of the nth term, the value of the nth term in a given sequence. Now let's have a look at example. So we have 2, 6, 18 and 54. Determine the third term and 100th term of this particular sequence. So the third term here, it's easy to tell there. We can see that is 18, but indeed again we need to show by means of working out using the formulas and then finding the value of the third term there. So there you have it. Substitute the value of a and r into the given formula, and we're looking for term number 3 in that particular sequence. There you have it. Now 2 minus 1 there, 3 minus 1 I meant to say is 2. 3 squared there is 9 times 2, there it is, you have 18. So term number 3 in that particular sequence is 18. Like the question said, determine the third term. There it is, 18. Now we're going to look at the 100th term in this particular sequence, term number 100. We do the same thing. T100 is equals to 2 into 3 and then to the power of 100 minus 1. Okay, to the power of 100 minus 1, there is our answer. This one we can indeed use our calculator to find out what the value is, or sometimes we can leave it in exponential form, because if you look at that power there, it's too big. Okay, so now we can leave it in exponential form. Now looking at the next example, 3x 27 are the first 3 terms of a sequence. Okay, so now do not panic when you have the value of, the variable there, which is x. So immediately you see the variable there, the question will be determine the value of x, for example. So, but now let's have a look. What is the question? There you have it. Determine the values of x. That means there will be two things here. If A, the sequence is arithmetic, it will be easy for us to find. They're telling us that the sequence is arithmetic, therefore we know that T2 minus T1 is the same as what? T3 minus T2, and therefore we can be now in a position to solve for x. And the B part, they say the sequence is geometric. Exactly the same again. T2 divided by T1, T3 divided by T2, substitute and then solve for x. So there's really nothing to panic about there. Like I said, T2 minus T1 is the same as T3 minus T2 there. Now there it is, T2 is x, T1 is 3, so x minus 3 is the same as T3, 27 minus x, which is a T2 there. And then we solve for x. Now minus x, take it to the other side, it will be a positive x, and then you add, we'll have 2x, and then minus 3, take it to the other side, plus 3, and then you add it to the 27, you get 30 there. And now we need to find the value of x, the coefficient of x here, you divide by 2, and remember the golden rule of equation is that whatever you do on the left hand side of the equation, you do on the right hand side of the equation. Therefore, the value of x in this case is 15, and that sequence we are told that is arithmetic, so the value of x will be 15. All right, so there it is, it's an arithmetic sequence. So now the common difference in this case, it will be 12. All right, and then now let's look at the B part of the question. The sequence is geometric. Okay, when the sequence now is geometric, determine the value of x. We say T2 divided by T1 is equals to T3 divided by T2. Substitute accordingly the term values there. So x divided by 3 is equals to 27 divided by x. All right, and then from there solve for x. How are we going to solve for x here? We cross multiply. Cross multiply x times x, it will be x squared, and 3 times 27, it will be 81. So we can see here now, because of the square, we're going to get now here two values of x. And then how do we do that? We square root, or we can take 81 on the other side and have x squared minus 81 is equals to 0, the difference of two squares there, the dots, and where you introduce your two brackets, or we can have the square root of x squared is x, and the square root of 81 is plus or minus 9. So in this case, we do have two values now. There are two geometric sequences in this case, where now the first one, it will be positive 9, 3, 9, and 27, and then the common ratio for this particular sequence, it will be 3 there. All right, and then when now again we have a minus 9, remember the value of x was plus or minus 9, so in this case the common ratio now will be minus 3. Okay, so now we have answered the question there, and that was indeed a beautiful question that you guys have sent us. Thank you so much. Please do stay tuned. We're going to look at a second learner question.
Geleza, Nathi. Geleza, Nathi.
And we're back, Mzansi. You're still watching Geleza Nathi right here on SABC 1 Mzansi for sure. Now, bafethu, every week let's put amachi squads amabili that go head to head to compete for the G Squad Championships. Right here at SABC 1 Mzansi for sure. Who will reign supreme? Got this week, bafethu, we've got G Squad Blue Bulls going up against G Squad Red Devils, and I wonder who will reign supreme. Because we're actually about to go to our first Games Room Challenge. I hope that you guys are ready. Yes. Kodwa before that, right? It's in terms of our scores. Uchi Squad Blue Bulls Bafethu, they're currently sitting on 4 points, and Uchi Squad Red Devils, they're also sitting on 4 points. So Bafethu, it is currently a tie, which is not bad, right? A tie is always better than a loss. Kodwa manje, all of that is about to change. Good first challenge here to Yama team challenges. Mfunu the team Blue Bulls, how are you feeling, and how confident are you that your team is going to represent you well and is going to do wonders?
Ngijabule kakhulu because ngifuna ukubona sihamba phambili futhi sidlula nje i-Red Devils asifuna ukuyibona nje la inathele khona
Anifuna ukubabona la banyathele
asifuna
khona.
ukuyibona nala inathele khona
Red Devils, what do you have to say about that?
Well, I felt good. But then ukuthi abafuni nokusibona. They won't see us because we're gonna crash them.
Yo. Okay, things just got a little bit too awkward. Right now, let's go out to the games room. Sibone ukuthi uFools partilling with their team challenges. Sibone ukuthi kahle who will reign supreme. GN Dunk. Each G squad will be asked a total of 3 questions while their catcher stands in the hula hoop in front of them. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. But if they get an answer wrong, they get 0 points and the catcher has to move down a hoop. After each question, the catcher's teammates each get a shot at throwing a water balloon into their buckets. They'll score 1 point for every successful attempt. At the end, the team with the most points get to tip both buckets of water over the losing team's catcher. So get your minds into gear and your aim on point. It's time to be dunked.
It is time to play Yonage Idunk. Your first question is as follows. Consider the number pattern 3, 10, 17, 24. True or false? The number pattern is a geometric sequence. Blue Bulls, what is your answer?
False. The answer is false.
Please show the people at home. Red Devils, what is your answer?
False. Yes, it is false.
Ni confident?
Yes, we are.
And the correct answer is indeed false. That means ukuthi nobabili nithola ama answers enu correctly, so nihlala ku level 1. Ama workers wenu do not move back. It is time to play. Done. Both the answers were correct, and that means ukuthi the workers move to the first level. And then I'm gonna start with the Blue Bulls. Blue Bulls, can your first thrower please take position? Please pick up a balloon. In 3, 2, 1, dunk it! Whoa! Unfortunately, ukejile but wampindele move. Shame. Study second thrower yenu. In 3, 2, 1, dunk! Yo! Now ukejile. I can hear shade from the Red Devils. In 3, 2, 1, dunk! Red Devils in 3, 2, 1, dunk it! Okay, Chile Sapelo. In 3, 2, 1, dunk! In 3, 2, 1, dunk it! I guess Bonnet, the second question. What is the 5th term of the sequence? 9, 18, 27, 36. What is your answer?
45.
45.
45. 41.
The correct answer is 45. Unfortunately, your walker is going to have to walk a level back. It is time to play Idang. Lisejo, please move forward. In 3, 2, 1. Throw it. Okay. Whoa. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
In 3, 2, 1. Throw it. In 3, 2, 1. Throw it. Okay, Red Devils. In 3, 2. Yeah, kiss it. It's fine. Do everything. In 3, 2, 1. Throw it. In 3, 2, 1. Dunk it. It was really close. Elsa got an outgagile ship. In 3, 2, 1. Throw it. Let's move on to equation number 3. What is the value of x in the sequence? X, ne? And then 7, 12, 17. And then this sequence is arithmetic. I will need your answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ngizoqala ngama Red Devils this time. Red Devils, what is your answer?
Our answer is 2.
Red Devils say their answer is 2. Oh, Rapan lap. Ay, ang fun about the Okay, Blue Bulls, what is your answer?
I am a genius 82. 2.
All right, and the answer is indeed U2. That means ukuthi ama workers enu azomalaya kade khona ngakhohlwa njalo ukuthi khona isimele idayo kodwa khona futhi esase move. It is time to play i-dunk. Ayike now suyibonela ukuthi both the G squads got question number 3 correctly. That means Dineo uloku mlapha nawe Lisigo uloku mla ume khona. Ngizoqala nge-GN squad Red Devils. Elsa, please. In 3, 2, 1. Ooh. That was very close, Elsa. Kodwa very kuvele kwangaba close enough. Tapelo, take position. Tata. In 3, 2, 1. Dunk it. The way you're aiming wavelo washaya. Utapela is probably playing with you guys at home. Please catch it there on your television. Muscle man. Take a balloon. In 3, 2, 1. Dunk it. Muscle man has scored for EGN squad Red Devils. Agas muveleke ngakubona ama Blue Bulls. Blue Bulls, you ready, Vendor Boy?
Ndi ready nne.
Already, Vendor Boy. Arindi ready nne. Hey, I love it so much. In 3, 2, 1, throw it. Ukechile. Justin, take your position. In 3, 2, 1, throw it. Oh, Justin has dunked it for ama Blue Bulls. Akasibona ukuthi wena kama uzokwenza kanjani. Yes, kiss it, make it everything. In 3, 2, 1. Can't believe it. She had to look back. Check kahle lo muntu ugejo kwangempela yini. Lisigo, unfortunately, you're gonna be getting dunked. Blue Bulls. Lisigo, are you ready to get dunked?
I'm not ready to get dunked.
Ready or not? Uzo dankwa. Blue Bulls, ngicela nisondeleni. Please pick up these balloons vele. Just for effect. Mina ngithanda idrama, mhlawumbe sendike nangibona. Si-ede lapha amanzi, Yeah. In 3, 2, 1, Daka! Kumnandi kumanzi khona le roofing challenge. Now usuyiboneleni ukuthi ama Blue Bulls iwona thathile i-challenge yethu namhlanje. Kodwa-ke from us here on the challenges floor, it's back to you in studio.
Oh, nice one. Thank you so much to Ufu Buffet, to La Payana at the challenges floor. Woo! I must say, it was quite intense. G Squad Blue Bulls, how do you think you did?
Good. Well.
All right, you are happy now?
Yes.
Nina?
We tried our very best.
You tried your very best. Yes. All right, cool. Now, fair to G Squad Red Devils, they actually only managed to get one balloon in, and that is now putting them at a solid 5 points. And G Squad Blue Bulls, you guys managed to put in a balloon out tuna, and that is putting you in the lead with 6 points. Yeah, look at you now in the lead. Yes. Okay, cool. But I guess put some say the action continues right here on SABC1. Don't move a muscle.
Geleza, Nathi. Geleza, Nathi.
And we're back, Mzansi. The action continues right here on SABC1, and this is Geleza Nathi. We've got G Squad Blue Bulls up against the Red Devils. I wonder who will reign supreme. If you wonder too, then stick around to find out. Now, ngiyazike bafethu uthi njoba nginikile i-chance nina ma Blue Bulls ukuthi mbuzo mbuzo sokwesikhathi kesenu ma Red Devils. So are you ready with your question? Yes. Go for it.
How do you find a position of a given term in a sequence?
Thank you so much. Welcome back. We're now looking at second learner question. It reads, how do you find the position of a given term in a sequence? How do you find the position of the given term in a sequence? A wonderful question indeed. A position of a given term in the sequence. Now here we will look at the difference between Tn and n, okay? Of course, looking at arithmetic progression and geometric progression. Arithmetic sequence and geometric sequence. Now let's have a look using the example here. So here we have minus 2, minus 6, minus 10, and minus 14. Which term is equals to minus 10? Can you see? We can see the position of minus 10 in the given sequence there. Remember, this is T1, T2, T3, and T4. The position of minus 10 in this given sequence is what? T3, okay? It's term number 3. So how do we now use the formula to determine the position of that value into the given sequence? Now let's have a look. Tn, okay, which is the value of the nth term, it will be minus 10. Okay, we want the position of minus 10 in the sequence. That is the value of n. That's what we're looking for. Now, we need to find the first term, of course, in the given sequence. As you can see here is minus 2, and the common difference thereof, which is minus 4 in this case. Why is it minus 4? Remember, T2 minus T1. So T2 is minus 6 minus 2. So you will have minus 6 plus 2, and that will give us minus 4. Be careful when you're dealing with negative numbers. Please be careful, because you might find that you're doing wrong calculations, and therefore your answer, for instance, for the common difference might be incorrect. So you just need to be careful there. And write down your formula. Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1d, and then substitute accordingly into the formula, because we already have the value of a, we already have the value of the common difference, and Tn in this case is minus 10. And now what are we looking for? We're looking for the value of n. We're looking for the value of n. So there we have it there. Tn is minus 10, a is minus 2 into n minus 1, and then your common difference there is minus 4. Multiply out your brackets. That's what we've done here. Minus 4 times n, and then minus 4 times minus 1. Like I said, be careful of the signs. Negative times negative is positive. Therefore here you have minus 2 and plus 4. Simplify that, okay? And then from there your answer will be plus, okay, plus 2, and then take the minus 10 from the other side, bring it this side. So 10, now it will be positive, add it to the 2 from here, and then you will get 12. Then there you have it. 4n is equals to 12, but we're not looking for n, we're looking for 4n, we're looking for n. Therefore we need to divide now by the coefficient of n in this case, which is 4. And remember, like I said, the golden rule, whatever you do on the left-hand side of the equation, you must also do on the right-hand side of the equation. We divide the n by 4, so the n is equals to 3. Wonderful. The next question now, which term is equals to that? We do exactly the same. The common difference and the value of the first term is still the same. Now we have substitute into the formula. Tn is minus 198 is equals to minus 2 plus n minus 1 minus 4. Multiply out the brackets there. There you have it. And then from there we do exactly the same. So now divide by 4 on both sides. Therefore n is equals to 50. A wonderful question indeed, where now we use the formula to find the position of the certain value that is given in the sequence, T3, T4, and stuff like that. There you have it. N is equals to 50. A wonderful question indeed that has been sent to us, where we now determine the value of n. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have yourself a lovely day.
Geleza, Nathi. Geleza, Nathi.
And we're back, Mzansi Sabukeli Geleza Nathi, right here on SABC1 Mzansi for sure. Now, bafethu sesifike kwangqingeshe. Lana ke bafethu, we have to find a winner for namhlanje sibone ukuthi isikopho sihamba kanjani. Are you guys ready for a quick fire?
Yes.
But before sidlala a quick fire, ngiyazi ukuthi order uniphathele amanye ama tips and you guys need to pay attention ngoba amanye ama terms azonisiza kakhulu when we play this round, right? All right, cool. Dwizzles, akusithathe usibeke.
You guys look like you're having so much fun on a Monday morning. Gumnandi nivugile, I see her. I also decided to have fun with you guys where I take the GN cameras to the streets to ask anybody and the question is, what is an arithmetic sequence? And this is what they had to say.
Ooh, oh my goodness.
Sure, mathematics sequence. Arithmetic sequence.
And what is an arithmetic sequence?
Yo.
An arithmetic sequence is basically, I learned that in maths.
Arithmetic sequence, I think it's a sequence that goes in an ascending order.
So guys, what is an arithmetic sequence? And the answer that you guys were looking for is the arithmetic sequence is a sequence of numbers placed or positioned such that the difference between the consecutive numbers is constant. For instance, the sequence 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15 is a good example as the common difference there is 2. And that is the answer that you guys were looking for. Right about now, though, I have to love and leave you. Good luck to the G Squad that is still playing the games. From me to you, I love y'all. Goodie, bye.
To me, I will just reserve my comment. Okay, cool. G Squads, are you guys still good? And I do believe the rest of your G Squads actually are on standby for your last challenge. Are you guys ready to hear them out?
Yes.
All right, cool. G Squads, take it away.
And this is the worst part of the show for me, where I have to say goodbye to you guys. Kodwa before ngithi goodbye, ake sizumyalezo wena uthu usamkela lapha e-studio esazondlalela i-challenge yenu yokugcina. Nithini kuyena just ukumnika that vavavum.
What do we want?
Win.
What do we want?
Win.
Who do we trust?
Samke.
Who do we trust?
Samke.
Now uyayizwela lapho ukuthi bathi batrasta wena. Ake sifuna ukuthi nina ke G Squad Red Devils nithini nina ku-teammates wenu nanowenu usamke lapha e-studio nithini kuyena
Wenzani usamke?
Ubhizi usamke.
Wenzani usamke?
Yawina usamke.
Wenzani usamke? 1, 2, 3, Red Devils!
bathi uyawina usamke. We've come to the end of our challenges. Khona la kwi-challenge floor yethu. From us la kwi-Geleza Nathi challenges floor, it is goodbye.
I give a fair to you guys. Have heard what your G Squads had to say. Blue balls is in ngawe. Ubazwile batheni ngifuna ukwazi uzowenza kanjani ukuthi in this very last round uzowenza kanjani ukuthi uphumelela phambili.
Ngizozama ukulalela ngiphendule ngazo zonke indlela ngokusheshsha.
Ngokusheshsha, right?
Yebo.
Cool stuff. When are Red Devils?
I'll try to be quick and think on my feet so that I'm able to answer all the questions.
Nice one. Now, Bafethu, it's time to play a quick fire quiz. Now, I'll throw a few questions at you. All you have to do is basically just shout out your team name and then you answer the question. You got that? You have 60 seconds to do exactly that. So make sure that you are quick and fiery, right? Cool stuff. Let's play a quick fire. Umuzo waqala uthi, what is the value of x if the sequence 16, x4, is geometric?
Red Devils.
Red Devils?
8 and -8.
Oh, that's correct. The general term of the sequence 3, 10, 17, 24 is?
Red Devils.
Red Devils?
7 and -4.
All right, nice one. The general term of the sequence 4, 8, 16, 32 is?
It's Red Devils.
Red Devils?
4 to the power n.
No, that is incorrect. The correct answer is the nth term is equal to 4 to n minus 1. Which term of the sequence 3, 10, 17, 24 is equal to 66? You guys have about 15 more seconds to go. Come on. All right, next question. Which term of the sequence 4, 8, 16, 32 is equal to 1,024? 5 more seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and your time is up. Blue Bulls, angikuzwanga nakancane. Kwenzekeni lapha yana?
Bekunzima nje.
Bekunzima, bekumnyama ebusweni wenkawu.
Yo.
All right, G Squad Red Devils, you did quite well. Ngifuna ukwazi, but did you do enough to make sure ukuthi niyabafica noma nibe in the lead?
I did my best, hoping ukuthi siyabafika, or at least we're on the same level. Okay,
cool. Well, let's find out. G Squad, Blue Bulls, too, they did not answer a single question, and therefore they're still sitting on 6 points. While Red Devils, they actually managed to answer 2 questions correctly, and now they are sitting on a solid 7. Not only that, but they're also in the lead.
I feel good.
You feel good, right? Yes. Cool stuff. Who are you rooting for? Who's taking it this week? Will it be G Squad Red Devils or Blue Bulls? Hit us up on the social media streets. Otherwise, siyabuya futhi kusasa. So bestigeta OAA Physical Sciences. So please do the right thing and wake up bright and early, 5 to 6 a.m. It's a date. Do not be late. Otherwise, did you guys have a great time here in studio? Yes. It was great, right? Thank you so much for pulling through. And once again, all the best for tomorrow. Thank you at home for watching Geleza Nathi. Tina Sonmona kusasa. Goodbye for now.